Okay, so hello to our audience of Metal Zone Radio Show. We are at La Fabrique in Laval for the Hellfest Warm-Up Tour 2025. This is the third date of this tour. And three bands are playing. A local band called Darkin that is opening for this date. Headliner, a French band called Novelist. And we are with Héléna from Brazilian band coming from Brazil, so Nervosa. So how are you?
I'm great. I'm doing great. I'm really having like a great time here all these days that we are in France, and I'm super excited for today because everything looks like super cool. It looks like it's gonna be a great night tonight.
Okay, so you are part of this Hellfest Warm-Up 2025 tour. How did you end up to be on this bill?
I mean, it was a great offer, and to tell you the truth, I didn't know that this whole thing was going on. I mean, a warm-up tour all organized by Hellfest, and by the time we got the offer, I started, searching a bit more and digging a bit more. I say, wow, that seems like a super, very well organized, like a super production tour. So, fuck, let's do it, and we take. Yeah, Novelists are also a great band, and we also have a different kind of style in music, but of course everything surrounded by heavy metal, of course. So we said this would be a great opportunity, like exchanging audiences, and also being France that always the audience is super hot and super welcome. So we said, yeah, we have to do it. Yes.
Yeah, a really good challenge. Yeah, for the band. Okay, so for the people who are not familiar with Nervosa, can you do a brief history of the genesis of the band and introduce us the current lineup?
Mm-hmm. Okay, the band is originally from Brazil. It was all made by Prica Amaral, the guitarist and vocalist now. And everything started 15 years ago. By the way, it's the anniversary year, because it's this year that is
Happy birthday.
Yes, thank you so much. I came later on to the band. I came 2-3 years ago. And we also have Hellfire, which is the last 2 years in the band, and Gabriela Boot, the drummer, that is our baby, and she's for 1 year now in the band.
So let's talk about now your latest album. The fifth one was released in September 2023 through Napalm Records. 18 months after its release and having experienced the songs live, what do you think of this album comparing to the previous ones?
I always consider, and that was also our aim, a Jailbreak to be an evolution. Yeah. We wanted to add some different elements, and also it was natural to add different stuff because now we were 2 guitars and pre-con vocal, so everything would sound different either way. But we wanted to create something different, but that would step on to all the previous albums, and also take it a step further. And now that we are almost close to 2 years away from the release date, I feel like it was pretty much the aim was achieved, and because every night we're playing songs from the very beginning. We're playing songs almost from every album, and of course we're playing a lot of songs from Jailbreak, and everything fits together, and everything feels natural when you're playing. So that there is this kind of evolution, but it also matches with all the previous stuff that the band did.
Cool. So, as I said, the last album was released in September 2023. We are in March 2025. So I suppose you got some songs, you composed some new songs for a new album. Can you tell us more about it?
I can tell you just a bit. I cannot make a big spoiler. But look, we always like to keep busy, and because make an album is a huge process, and we don't like to leave things by the last minute. So it's the day arrive and we say, okay, now we have to create an album. It's plus the touring, plus all the rest of the stuff. It's you don't have 365 days for you. So in the gaps in between of tours and all the activities, we're always trying to gather material. So of course, we are always like having new ideas, discussing about new stuff, the theme of the next album and blah, blah, blah. And of course, because we're like 2 years away from the previous album, it's like things have to start going on more. Yeah, this is the maximum I can say.
Be patient, it will come, it will come. Did everybody is composing in the band when you start composing a new album? Everybody bring ideas? How does it work with Nervosa?
Like from my experience, as we did in the previous album, in Jailbreak, it was me and Prika that we started like, throwing riffs and connecting ideas. But we're always open. The drummer has to do the job. Because I'm not a drummer, baby. I have some ideas here and there, but I'm not the drummer. I'm not the person to do this. So it's like the doors are open for all members to come with ideas like, I have this idea for lyrics, I have this idea for a title, a riff, or whatever.
Okay, can we try it? We try it.
Yeah. There is a process that, me and Prika were collecting ideas, and then we start building, and everybody can, come with its own idea.
Very democratic.
Yeah. I mean, it's like a band. It's not project. That you have to. Yes.
Okay. Cool. What were your? You are not in the band from the beginnings, of course. But what were the hopes and desire starting when you starting making music? You personally.
Mm-hmm. Like. Years ago, when I first grabbed the guitar, let's start from there, I always dreamed about this moment, this exact moment here, like touring with other bands, meet people, musicians, fans all over the world. And by the time I started like doing it this like professionally with my first bands back in my home country, it was always like I was crossing fingers that, I will stay healthy and everything will be like fine. And you see that you just have to work very, very, very hard and be patient.
Yes.
Like a lot of, and step by step, like, everything is going to happen, but you have to keep on working like every day.
I'm interested to have also your opinion about the changes of the music industries from many years now with the social networks, with the platforms and so on, everything. What do you think of this evolution? Is there for you positive and negative sides? What is your opinion about that?
Yeah, look, I'm thinking also by myself because I don't have a specific answer because I am old school. For my age, I'm more old school than I should be. But on the other hand, like Prika and Nervosa found me because of Instagram. So you cannot say like, technology ruined like the music industry. But out of nowhere, you have the chance to like upload a video and a guitar cover, let's say, from your house and have access to all people all around the world. I mean, of course, if you were releasing an album back in the 80s, maybe you were selling like much more and you were making much more money. But it's like you have to give something to take something else. It's like, but I mean, you always have to try to be like, to do a great job, to be like on the best. But no matter in which era you're living. But for these days, it's like internet has created a lot of opportunities and a lot of chances for many people.
Visibility.
Yes, visibility. It's like you can expose your work, and if it's good, it will last. If it's not good, it will just don't go the distance. So it's fair enough.
Yeah. So take the best of it. Try to take the best.
Yeah, always.
Okay, so question more general about the world in general, because as we all know, of course, the world crossed a difficult period with the COVID and lockdown for almost 2 years, the war in Ukraine, the conflict in Palestine, and so many things in the world that are very bad, but that's the truth, that's the real life. What are you feeling about the instability of this world and the human species in general?
Oh, yeah, I know. It's a hard
Wow,
question.
I'm still drinking my coffee. Wow, deep question. Okay, but I have the sensation that in these days, like the more you're thinking, the more paranoid you're getting. Because I realized by myself in the first period of COVID times that we had the lockdowns and everything, I was, thinking and searching about everything, and it was not good because there was nothing I could do to change something. It's like the whole world stopped. I cannot do something, and I was in my house like getting depressed.
Like
And I
many
say
of us.
it's yeah, like most of us. And I say it's not helping. And I mean, what's the reason of doing this? So I just blocked like everything. I shut down everything, and I say, okay, let's think the other way around. Like I'm in my house. I have nothing else to do. I have 24/7 for me. So, okay, let's take something positive out of it and create music, do stuff. So, yeah, because really, after COVID, it's like everything is taking the down path, like wars, economics, like everything. And it's crazy. And I don't know if there are things to do as a human, human beings. But yeah, we're doing our part, and after that, it's like, okay, let's stop and do positive stuff because we also need this to survive.
Something like a new chapter.
Yep. Yeah.
Say that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you have to at some point you have to really block your mind and start to create stuff that maybe there also can be helpful, like for other people too. It's like so many people coming and say, during COVID I was listening to this song and it helped. I say, yeah, okay, that's a good thing. Yeah, let's go from there.
Okay, so you are not old, I'm sure. I don't know what your age, and I won't ask you, of course. But how do you approach touring today from a physical point of view? Did you maintain your body to keep it in a top shape?
Yes, I'm trying to important. Of course, it depends on the tour, but in a tour like this one, that is like in France, or even if it's like in general in Europe, and you have your tour bus, everything becomes a little bit easier because you have your bed, the bus is always there, you have your space, you can organize your have a rest. You can organize your routine every day, like you have your schedule, that I will wake up, eat breakfast, do the load-in, then I have a lot of hours for myself. So as before I was out for a run, so it was like beautiful, it was sunny, and I say, okay, let's go for a run, like just for half an hour, and I'm coming back. So I'm always trying to keep in shape. Of course, I'm not gonna do like an extreme workout because by night you have to play also. But something to keep your body there, and and also food here is amazing. So we're not in danger of that. We're in danger because it's too delicious. That's the only danger. But no, I'm trying to be in a very good shape and balance everything, of course, to keep a lot of energy also for the nights, for the show.
Cool. So, looking back at your childhood, when you were young or teenager, in which musical environment did you grow up, and does it affect in a way the music you are playing today?
I grew up like my parents like they had nothing to do with rock and metal music, like nothing. They were always like into more like Greek stuff, and fortunately one of my older brothers was into like classic rock, hard rock, and later on he went deeper like into heavy metal. So by the time of 11, 12, that is the age that you are starting to, trying to dig about things. I remember he was listening like his music extremely loud always, and I said, "What's that you're listening there?" And say, "It's like the Scorpions." And say, "Okay, and what's that?" He's like, "It's a band, and they're having tons of songs already like out." Yeah, and I said, "Okay, good. I like it." And then I was listening again and again and again the same songs. And after a while that I was used, I said, "Okay, and is there something else like this?" I say, "Yeah, you just unlocked like a whole new world. Welcome." And yeah, so the first band I was listening and I grew up was like Scorpions, Rainbow, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Deep Purple, the top classic stuff. Yes, and later on I dig by myself and then went to like heavier paths, but always when composing, even though we're playing like thrash, death metal, there are always things that are coming from there, like always. Yes, if not the style, like maybe the logic and behind the song and everything. Yes, always.
Okay, so very interesting to have your opinion about that and your childhood and what the music, what you heard the first time said, yeah, that's that, I want to hear it. Okay, so you are, as we said, playing 16 shows for this tour, warm-up Hellfest Tour 2025. What is the future after this tour for Nervosa?
After this tour, we have a very tiny gap of 3 days. Tiny. Just to change our luggage, take clean clothes and fly all the way to Asia.
Okay.
Yeah. We have this already scheduled. And it's like Asia and Australia.
Okay.
Together we're going to do that run over there. And then we're coming back in May, just a bit of rest, let's say. We will always work in the back scene.
And after the festival seasons?
And then festivals. Yes, we have some festivals. Of course, we have Hellfest, of course. And we also have some short tours together with 3 Inches of Blood and Cradle of Fields later on. So yeah, this summer will be like busy too. Yeah, we like it.
Busy for the months to come. Okay, so Héléna, to conclude this interview, anything else you would like to mention or promote?
Just be ready for tonight's show and for the next shows, of course. It's gonna be killer, I guarantee.
Okay, thank you very much. This was Héléna from Nervosa, coming from Brazil for this stop at Laval, La Fabrique for the Hellfest Warm-Up Tour 2025. Wish you a lot of good things for you, for your family, for the band, the success you deserved, and a good show, of course, for tonight. Thank you, Héléna. Bye-bye.